Is it time yet to do an I Love the 2010s? Does VH1 still exist? Can we talk about Hannibal and Tumblr and the Ice Bucket Challenge and Lena Dunham and planking and the YouTube series Strindberg and Helium? I fucking love Strindberg and Helium, which features the dark, tortured Swedish playwright August Strindberg waxing nihilistic about the pointlessness of life alongside his companion, a pink balloon with a squeaky voice named Helium. No matter how heavy or bleak Strindberg gets, Helium is there to repeat his words with a tone that can only be described as wee. Gravity and levity, like peanut butter and chocolate. And as funny as these videos are, Strindberg wasn't just dark. The actual Strindberg, the actual August Strindberg in these, as funny as these videos are, the actual August Strindberg wasn't just dark. The August Strindberg in these animated shorts is tragic and gothy, too enamored with Nietzsche and fatalism to be bothered to join any mainstream fun. But actual August Strindberg was mentally ill, like a brilliant writer who was tragic and bleak, but also a guy who thought Henrik Ibsen was trying to kill him with brain lasers. Strindberg was also one of the pillars of 20th century expressionist drama. If you're unsure what that is, just think of Fritz Lang films like M or Metropolis. Think about the French noir movies. The stage version of expressionism had these same high contrast lights and exaggerated sets. Theatrical expressionism also had really bad acting, or really incredible acting, depending on your mood, what you're looking for. Expressionism, let's say, just it catalyzes feelings. It's raw and direct, and it believes strongly that, and here I quote one of my favorite writers of all time, Garth Marenghi, subtext is for cowards. Expressionism caught on big in Germany in the early 1900s, and its influences can be seen across the world, from Bertolt Brecht to Francis Ford Coppola to Steven Sayadian, the director of this week's very normal film, Dr. Caligari. This movie is expressionistic as hell, from its stagey landscapes to its stylized dialogue to its relentless exploration of sexuality. I'm not sure if August Strindberg would be happy with this movie and how it used expressionism. He was rarely happy about anything. But Helium, oh, Helium would have loved it. Boobies! Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Jeffrey.
What's your favorite internet video? Was there a thing that captured you? Were you like a salad fingers guy or
I mean, shoes. Clearly.
Shoes.
Oh my God. These shoes rock. These shoes suck.
I don't know shoes.
You don't know what I'm talking? Holy shit. Oh my God.
Do you know Strindberg and Helium?
No, I don't.
Okay. Oh, this is very exciting. So we're gonna now look
by
up.
Liam Kyle Sullivan. Shoes, song, look it up.
Okay.
Not right now. I will, after this recording, we're going to watch it together.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I do think I've seen this, but I want to watch it again now that I see their face. Yep.
It's brilliant from top to bottom.
As I said, Strindberg and Helium is one of my favorite things. That's a good one to look up. It's just absolutely stupid and silly.
Sure.
But yeah, Salad Fingers was a big one.
Yeah, I was aware of Salad Fingers. I mean, this is also the time of Syphil and Ollie.
Yeah.
Am I in the right time frame here?
Yeah, and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, I think was
Don't Hug Me, I'm
maybe
Scared.
Late 2000s.
Was there like the unicorn, like
Charlie.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Which is not to be confused with Charlie Bit My Finger.
Yes.
Which is not animated.
Yes.
Bonkers. The internet.
Yeah, we like the internet really was unbridled joy for like a decade or so.
Yeah. It was good times. Remember when the internet was fun?
It was like absurdist joy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, and I think it was because it was a bunch of like Gen X ironic 90s kids that like irony was the biggest thing you could do. We're like, I don't know, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So here's a unicorn that runs around with his friends. Why? I don't you fucking tell me why. They have a funny voice. They go on adventures.
That's absolutely it. Well,
But we're going to go back like 10 years, 20 years before that.
Yeah, because we're going back to 1989.
Yes.
So I was prepared for a bonkers movie, but I was not
Yes.
prepared for this bonkers movie.
Yeah.
Just, I know we don't get on here like this show isn't about Ebert and Siskel thumbs up, thumbs down, but
Yeah.
like, did you have fun watching this movie?
Okay. So my story with this is I was on Shutter one day, and Shutter has like the streaming option where they just when you log on, the first thing you see is that like a movie.
Yes.
And I think I caught like the last 10 minutes of this film.
Uh-huh.
The last 10 minutes. And I never watched the streaming. I'm like, I don't want to watch a movie, but I was transfixed by
Uh-huh.
what was happening in front of my eyes. So when this movie came up as a possible dice roll, I was like, well, I kind of want to see how it started to see if what I had seen previously made any sense. And it did,
Uh-huh.
but the style in which you get there was so insane that I don't it is enjoyable,
Yeah.
but it's enjoyable in the way that your friend is like, hey, I'm in a play, and you're like, I should go support my friend and go see their play, but they don't tell you that this play is insane.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you have to like, man, those costumes, you wore those costumes so well.
Now, see, if somebody invites me to see their play, I am excited if they do something that is horrible but weird.
Yes.
Way more so than if somebody invites me to see their play and I go see the most boring stage version of It's a Wonderful Life at a community
Sure.
theater,
Yes.
I'm angry. Because at
Yeah.
that point, I have nothing to say. There's
Yeah, you're like,
nothing.
okay, you did Elf the musical. Cool. I guess you were Buddy the Elf. Awesome. Good job, you.
Whereas this, like, coming off of like last month's Patreon, we did Psycho Beach Party, which is another kind
Yes.
of like 80s, very stagey, very stylized
It's style.
acting,
It's all about style.
all about style. Neither of these neither movie really holds together in terms of
No,
acting or plot or continuity or whatever the fuck's going
but they
on,
are
but
committed as fuck.
they really are, and they have a unique approach. And so, if
Yeah.
this were my friend's play that I went to go see, Dr. Caligari live on stage, I would have been like, we have to go out for a drink. I just want to
Yes.
talk to you about what the fuck
Because
this was.
isn't isn't that what like interesting art should do? It
Yeah.
should not provide you answers. It should provide you more questions.
Yeah, more questions than
And
answers.
and I think honestly, in the year of our Lord 2025, we're looking at a lot of art that is honestly more interested in providing answers than questions.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And I'm so not interested in the prequel nature of movie making these days of like,
They're like, hey, unless it's an existing IP,
yeah,
hey, do you want to know where like all the Stephen King stories came from? Here they are. Here's some Stephen King stories that all have the things that you like. Here you
it
go.
it
Look at them.
was
Look at them
the
all.
old tweet about Surf Vampire about like if you had a TV show in the 60s called Surf Vampire, it'd be about this cool vampire who surfs and solves crimes. And if you made it today, the first like 8 episodes of season 1 would just be about how he got his surfboard.
Yeah, yes, true that. Yeah, that's probably true.
Well, this movie it goes full on into bright colors, black backgrounds.
Yeah.
Everybody is fully made up as
Mhm.
almost like a Barbie doll, both in like the style of presentation.
You know what they are? They're the backup dancers for the Arnold Palmer. No,
Robert Palmer.
Robert Palmer. They're
Uh,
the Robert Palmer backup dancers.
I was gonna say mixed a little bit with like Color Me Bad, like with the bright primary color schemes
Yes,
and shit.
yes. Like this is that era where they're like, hey, you've got like the font is gonna be super loopy and swirly. I'm sure there's a person out there who could tell us the name of this sort of era of style.
Hmm.
But it's like, yeah, you get three primary colors. I thought it was interesting that the credits are all stills from the original The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So like already we're like, okay, we are referencing this movie.
Uh-huh.
Great, let's get into this. And then you get into the actual movie and you're like, oh, okay, that was merely a diving board
Uh-huh.
into something much different.
Yeah, I think the DNA relationship between Dr. Caligari and the 1920s film The Cabinet of Dr.
Hmm.
Caligari, I think has less to do with the through line of the plot, because the only thing that really connects it is that Dr. Caligari in this movie is his granddaughter.
Hmm.
That's really it. And
That's
she's
it.
that's all that really connects it. But I think the real DNA connection is Steven Saadian doing expressionism. He's just
Yeah.
taking 1920s German expressionistic
Yes.
filmmaking and saying, what about 80s American expressionistic
Yeah.
filmmaking? Based off of that, what would that look like now? And so he's drawing that. It feels to me, I don't know, I haven't talked to him about this. He's not my friend in the show, but it definitely feels that way to me. Also, I was just noting copperplate font. That's all.
Copper plate. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that.
All right, so we open with just kind of a tracking shot along a dungeon floor with like green ooze and chains, and then we get to a brightly colored, very 80s sign that says Caligari's Insane Asylum.
Yes. Better living through chemistry.
And then these insane people in the prison, they're all in like just stark yellow robes or overalls.
Yes.
That's how we know you're in the prison is if you're in a yellow robe
Or pink.
or pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the sex prison is pink and then the
Oh.
I don't know, because later we're into the pink thing when we're getting into like the sex prison thing.
Okay, sure. That's the basement.
Yeah.
The sub Caligari's sub basement
Yeah.
of sexual torture.
If you're listening to this episode, I want you to, or if you watch this movie, I just want you to like, when we're done talking, I want you to call your grandmother or your aunt, your mom,
Hmm.
maybe your granduncle, and I just
Hmm.
want you to explain this movie to them. Just,
Yes.
hey, I just have to tell you about a
You're
movie
like,
I saw,
okay,
Meemaw.
okay, here you go. Here you go, Grandma. I watched this crazy movie. It's about Dr. Caligari, and she's a
Mhm.
sex Nazi. Um, and Mrs. Van Houten is an nymphomaniac, and her husband's a CPA,
Uh-huh.
and she's already been in Caligari's institution. Now, let's talk about the Van Houtens real
Yes.
quick, because this
They're
is kind of the quote the beginning of the movie.
yes. So we'll meet Eleanor Van Houten, who
Mhm.
is who was just booby-rific through this whole fucking
She
movie.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't tell if this movie is queer, this movie is so queer that it's actually straight.
Yeah.
Like it actually like loops all the way around. I don't know. Or is this male gaze or is this gay male gaze that's like, get your titties out, girl? you know? Because everything about like all my gay alarm bells are going off. But at the same time, I'm like, this has like kind of a penthouse forum kind of vibe to it. Like a
It
Fredericks of Hollywood.
it does. I would I would say I mean I okay. Steven Sayedian, I'm just going to tell you the first line of his Wikipedia entry.
Please do.
And you can draw your own conclusions. I think this provides more questions than answers, but here we go.
Again, like any good art. Yes.
Steven Sayedian, also known as Rince Dream.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm like already my
Uh-huh.
meter's like, okay, gay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is a multimedia artist, gay, who was active in
Oh,
the 80s and 90s, gay. He
gay.
was the leading advertising creative director for Larry Flint Publications.
Oh, see? Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I definitely immediately was thinking this is very because we got immediately into hot lady titties, which is a
Yeah.
very 80s thing to do.
Sure.
And I think that I immediately thought the same as you. I was like, this is kind of like straight boy exploitation stuff, but he's a theater kid, so
Yeah.
he's doing he's presenting questions about gender and sexuality, and he's
Yeah.
presenting questions about lots of different things that are outside of heteronormative culture. in this day and age would be like maybe not the guy who should be helming that project. But I'm not here to say whether or not
Mm.
Rent's dream is gay or straight or where they are on the spectrum. That's nothing to do with it. But my immediate response was like straight dude theater nerd
Yeah,
because
I
of
could
the
see that.
titties.
Because of the taste, it might also just be because he worked at Penthouse, you said,
Yeah,
that he just knew a lot of ladies who were real comfortable with their bodies,
yeah,
you
I would
know?
say so. By the end of the
Because
movie, I really was like, this is this is just straight queer. This is just straight up
yeah.
like late 80s
Oh yeah.
queer art.
By the time we get into like Gus Pratt and the Doctor,
Oh,
Dr. A, I was like, these are gay men. Absolutely. And these are fabulous gay men.
uh-huh.
So back to Mrs. Van Houten. So
Yes.
Mrs. Van Houten's living room consists of a dirt floor,
Do you remember when
flowers,
Beetlejuice first appears in the movie Beetlejuice?
like
That's the
like I
set.
I really wonder who's cribbing who here, or if this is just like weirdos of the late 80s were having identical thought processes,
Yeah.
and one of them turned out to be Tim Burton and the other one turned out to be the director of this film
Yeah.
or the designer of this film. Because it's like a dirt floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's no walls. There's flowers that grow everywhere that are made of barbed wire. Love
Uh-huh.
that.
Uh-huh.
And Mrs. Van Houten is watching TV, and her TV starts go to staticky, and then there's like a very luscious, like penthouse kind of lady lips be like, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
you miss me. I know you miss me."
Wait, before we even get to that, the show
Oh no.
she's watching is a
Oh,
woman's
that's right.
legs,
Yes.
and there's a man caressing this woman's bare
Like,
legs.
yeah, like worshiping her stiletto spiked
Yes.
heel.
But there's a giant like scab, open scab on her ankle that like pus is like oozing out of it, and he's just like continuing to kiss her feet.
I was having like this entire movie is like AIDS metaphor
Yeah,
multiple times throughout.
yeah,
Like this movie from the as soon as I saw the like the sort of pustule like and then we're dealing with sexuality, I was like, "Oh, this is very informed by
yeah.
like the AIDS crisis."
So yeah, they once we see that image of the man kissing this woman's scabby ankle, Mrs. Van Houten looks at her own ankle and there's a scab there,
There's
but
a
then
scab
it's
there.
gone.
Yeah.
Kind of comes and goes. But and there's like the scabs in this movie are like a they're disgusting to look at. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really gross and grotesque, but cartoonishly so. But also, they're in the logic of the film, they're very sexually attractive. Like anytime the scars or scabs, the lesions show up,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're very hot. Her husband gets them on his face, and it's the
Yeah.
first time she's like,
And she like
you're
licks
very
them.
fuckable now. Yeah,
Yes. It also this has a feeling of like queer downtown David Cronenberg in
yeah,
places.
yeah. This feels like a show I would have seen at PS 122 in the early
Hmm.
90s. Yeah. So so it goes staticky, and then we get those luscious lips on the screen, and then it is her. It's Mrs. Van Houten on the screen talking to her,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh my God, like I know you like to watch me. I'm so moist, I can't stop. Do you?" What has she said? She says, "Do you feel your sex having naughty feelings?" And
Often.
Mrs. Van Houten's response is, "My feelings are like filthy prayers. I want to scream in your face."
Yes. Come on.
Just all of the like snap, 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 his girl Friday, quick paced noir dialogue
Yeah.
is very funny in this movie.
And already we're kind of getting an idea of the style is like is strike a pose.
Yeah,
Like spit some poetry.
yeah,
Strike another pose. Spit some poetry.
uh huh.
But not before you masturbate.
I am a
and then
tongue
spit some
bomb.
more poetry.
Oh my God. But meanwhile, we have Les Van Houten,
Yes.
her husband, who he's calling Dr. Caligari. Like, he is sweatily panicked
Oh yeah.
because it's an emergency. What the missus is going through. We need to talk about the missus. She's slipping again. She's got to be sedated. Dr. Caligari is a little bit more
Uh,
like, Mr. Van Houten, you just have to learn to say yes.
I love that line. I love that line. Now, Dr. Caligari, this bitch, this bitch right here.
This is I was getting absolute Uma Thurman in
Yeah,
Pulp
it's like
Fiction
Uma
vibes.
Thurman, Betty Page, bored German dominatrix.
Yeah.
Because she's in kind of like a nurse's coat, like, or not a nurse, but like a doctor's coat, but with like silicone see-through tits,
They
with like little
yeah.
with like little metal nipples, and that is her look throughout. That and a cigarette always. I mean, like when did the Madonna song "Express Yourself" come out? It's like, what can we build that's like three notches below that?
Yes.
Below Jean, we don't have the Jean-Paul Gaultier budget, so we've got to build this shit ourselves.
Hmm. The metal woman creature thing in
Yes, and very
Metropolis
Metropolis. Yeah,
has the same exact boobs. Like, they designed the
yeah.
Metropolis boobs for her. The little metal coconut shells, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, so she is Dr. Caligari. Her whole thing in this the Caligari Insane Asylum, the
Uh-huh.
CIA, as they keep
Yeah, the
calling it.
CIA. Yes,
So she's doing basically human experiments,
of course.
and that's her whole bit. She's doing very wildly experimental psychology and
Hmm.
physiology with these people, and then she's really taken with Mrs. Van Houten, though.
Yes. Like Mrs. Van Houten was in the asylum for a while. She's gotten out, and now she's having relapses, according to her husband. Um, and Dr. Caligari cannot wait to get her back inside,
Uh-huh.
but also kind of wants to like provoke Mr. Van Houten. Like, you get the idea that like, this is very, it's very like Dr. Frankenfurter with Brad.
Yeah.
Like he's the like, my hair is all in place. I'm a uptight nerd, and your hedonist can't wait to like pick at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has that Rocky Horror vibe to it as well. Well, I also like that Caligari knows in talking to Les that honestly, you're the problem, sir.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because she just said he's just talking about like the scandal of his wife being so sexually needy.
Like, she was fine for about a week, and then now she's like waking me up in the middle of the night, and she wants me to be Frank Sinatra, and I can't keep up with her.
She
Uh,
wants me to be Frank Jr. She's up at all hours crooning Frank Sinatra, and she wants me to be Frank Jr.
love it.
And Caligari says, maybe I should prescribe a sedative for you.
Uh-huh.
And she's trying to ask him, like, well, how many orgasms has she
Oh
had?
yes. He's like, I,
He's,
I
I
don't
don't,
know, what, lot. She's
or
like,
what do
no,
they look like?
were they one long one, or like a lot of little ones? Were they clitoral or vaginal? He's like, I don't even know what those words mean.
She's raving. And okay, the line that I misquoted earlier, but I did write it down. Is there's a moment where Mrs. Van Houten comes after Les with a razor blade.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then somehow, suddenly, his face is covered in those sores and lesions,
Yes.
where she starts kissing them, and she says to him, I see that face and I'm a love slut. Uh-huh. You lovely, lovely bastard.
I feel like you could take if there's ever a movie that needed to be made into a rock opera,
Yeah.
like very little work would have to be done
Same
because like
thought. Same thought
the
here. Yeah.
the script of this movie are all kind of song lyrics that slap.
Yeah.
Not sure how they work like as dialogue, it's a little tough to keep up sometimes, but as song lyrics, they'd fucking kill.
Yeah, it's amazing. I like the style. There's like a it is like a I almost said like tone poem. It's not a tone poem. It's like beat poetry kind of
Yeah.
vibe
Yeah.
to it.
Especially when you get into like Gus Pratt.
Oh, I love Gus. I was having fun with this movie, but when we got to Gus Pratt, I'm like, this is my favorite film I've ever seen.
I'm gonna walk into my local community theater and audition with a Gus Pratt monologue
I
for
apologize.
for like Our Town
Oh my God.
or for like The Littlest Angel or something.
I apologize in advance because I was so enamored with Gus Pratt that I couldn't even be bothered to write
It's because he's
notes.
from Texas or because he had a Texas accent.
Kind of, yeah. There's something I don't know.
Like anyway. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
So so Mrs. Van Houten is sort of menacing Mr. Van Houten, but she like uses the razor blade to cut the phone cord.
Yes.
She's not, and then she go. I love that she has like a whole like you could dance to my EKG. Let's do the limbo, and she's like kind of in her own little dream world. And Mr. Van Houten is like, I don't even know what to do with her. And then we get into this dream sequence.
Uh-huh.
So she go. I don't even know if this happened before or after, because this movie just sort of let it wash over you is really the best way to do it. So she goes into the bathroom and she's
Oh
drawing
yeah.
a nice bubble
Yep.
bath. And we get our titties. Get your
Hmm.
titties out. She takes some pills. And then a full ass grown up with a baby head gets out of the bathtub and sort of slashes at her arm and she faints.
Uh-huh.
And then she starts crawling out of her bathroom and she's crawling next to insane asylum patients.
Yeah, whose beds are just like a hill of mud. It's like
Yeah.
headboards stuck into this mud.
And they're all kind of like looking at these beautiful flowers with razor wire
Uh-huh.
as stems. And she crawls through them and then she finally like sees in a doorway, which is, the very like again expressionistic slanted. All the doorways are slanted. All there's
Beetlejuice.
there's no right angles that we're in full Beetlejuice mode here. And there's a woman who's half naked getting fucked in slow motion, but not actual slow motion,
Yeah.
almost like a slow motion seesaw
Uh-huh.
by the fully clothed baby head guy.
Hmm.
Miss Van Houten crawls up and she's like, "Oh no, whatever is this?" And then it turns out she's the one getting fucked.
Hmm.
And then she wakes up.
What's your question?
Uh-huh. I liked it.
I did too. I loved it. It was
I
super
enjoyed it.
surreal and dark. I always love a doppelganger. I always love
Yeah.
realizing you're looking at yourself is a really
And they did a
scary
cool
thing.
thing where like the woman getting fucked kind of had her hand over her face
Hmm.
as like you're like, "Oh no, she doesn't like this." And then you're like, "Oh no, it's really her.
Yeah.
What's going on inside this woman's psyche?
Yeah.
She's getting fucked by an adult baby head in like pinstripe pants."
Well, what's wrong with her psyche is Dr. Caligari says it to Les a few scenes later when she tells him Mrs. Van Houten's problem is she has erotic trauma. She has a disease of the libido,
Uh-huh. Yes, let's go with that.
common. And she
Yeah, sure.
recommends 2 weeks in the asylum. He's like, I can't be without my wife for 2 weeks. And she's like, I don't know if you love her, you'll put her in my care. Meanwhile, there's a woman nearby who just keeps repeating chinchilla.
Chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla. That's all she says. She's kind of like okay, so there's a couple of like supporting player insane asylum folks
Yes.
that are delightful.
Hmm.
Chinchilla is one of them. We've got twitchy actor.
Cesare, the one who
Yeah,
brings the
Cesare.
cake. Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then we have the woman who's like obsessed with only two kinds of beans on her plate, no more.
No more.
And
There's
her mother would
Spanish
like,
speaking Jesus.
yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
But Chinchilla is like kind of the first we're introduced, and we kind of learn that like, they're sort of in the background, just sort of striking a pose and
Hmm.
adding some textural words such as chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla.
Also, another like side note beyond just the style of this film, that the way you can tell that it is like experimental downtown theater people or independent
Hmm.
filmmakers making it, because it's a 1989 movie that has multiracial casting
Yes,
without those people needing to portray a version of their
that's
race.
it. It's like they went, "You're an actor. You're in this part.
Yeah,
You're do it."
do it. There's no
Like,
mention of their
nope,
race. I mean, obviously, it'd be great. It's always great if we're exploring race, uh, but yeah, no, people didn't do that shit. People didn't even
no,
do that shit in 2010.
no.
Yeah,
Like we have like an interracial family that is like not even.
no,
It's not even a thing.
it's
It's just
not
like,
played for
nope,
comedy.
you're
It's not
nope,
played for explanation. Like, there's nothing to it. The guy speaking Spanish isn't any form of like
nope,
Mexican or
nope,
Central American stereotype at all. He just speaks Spanish.
yep.
Okay, so now we're gonna meet Dr. Aval and
Okay.
his two
Dr.
children.
A.
Dr. A.
Well,
And
and his two children? This
well,
takes a
okay,
minute. You're like, are they twins? Are they lovers? But it
okay,
is explained she's his daughter,
daughter
and then the guy is married to her.
is married to her.
But the way they say like papa
Uh
is
huh.
very like, oh, father. So the gist of it is, so these two, they're underling doctors at the
Ramona
CIA,
and Adrian.
Mona and Adrian.
Uh huh.
Um, and they're like, Dr. Caligari's out of control.
Yeah.
We don't know what, like, she's wild. She's not doing real science. You gotta talk to her. And Dr. A is like making up a martini. There's like women with drapes over their heads as ornaments in the background. I love the two of them so much. This is very like Vladimir Estegon.
Yeah.
Like they kind of finish each other's sentences every time they speak, they turn away. Um,
The
they're always
the
chain
the
smoking,
cigarette smoking is like inhale.
punctuated.
It's inhale straight, turn to the other, and just puff. Like not even blow. It's like
It's a punctuation.
yeah,
Like it is very Beckety.
yeah.
It's like, here, get in that garbage can.
So good. Everything in this movie is at an angle too. Like the
Oh yeah.
camera's never flat.
Yeah, it's all Dutch angles. Yeah.
And even if the camera's flat, the people are kind of coming in at the
Mhm.
side a little bit like that.
Oh, and also nobody walks into frame. People are just like,
Oh, yeah. They have people on rollers. When people leave a scene, it is just a zip.
they just like and not even leave the scene. They just kind of like sometimes they'll just roll in and roll out,
Yep.
say a line, roll out again, appear underneath.
Yeah, nobody walks in this movie.
No.
They dance. If they move their legs, it's some kind of like expressionistic dance sort of.
Yes. So
Okay.
Dr. A doesn't want to hear. He's like, Dr. Caligari is like the best in the business.
Yeah.
I can't. I
Yes.
can't. And they're like, you know what? Fine. We're going to call some sort of board of directors meeting. He's like, okay, I guess so if you want. Oh, by the way, we're still having dinner tonight? Yes, Papa, we're having dinner tonight.
We are having, and Adrian says, I'm
I've
preparing
made your
dinner.
favorite. I've,
I've
I've
made your
made your favorite
favorite
meal.
tender little sheep trotters, parboiled.
Yes. And you're like, ugh. And then we get to the dinner scene.
I
And he was not wrong.
I cackled so hard when we finally see the sheep trotters, because it's a wide shot of the three of them at the table. So I'm not really aware of what it is they're eating.
Hmm.
I was like, is that a fat cap on the
It's like
what's
no,
happening?
it's like a little cylinder of some kind,
Yeah,
and then
but
he reaches over.
I thought it was like a fat cap on the meat. I was like, why is
Yes.
it whitish? And then he's like, he opens the butter tray and there's a pair of electric clippers, and then he like
A little off the
shaves
top, a little off the top,
and he shaves the wool off the leg.
but not the entire wool,
No,
just like a little bit. And then they just go ham on, which is like looks like a medieval times turkey leg wrapped in wool.
yeah, God fucking bless it. Just so good. Tender little sheep trotters, parboiled.
Hmm.
Okay, we're now going to meet Gus Pratt.
Okay.
Best Actor, 1989. I haven't looked up who won the Oscars that year, but I'm sure
Hmm.
this man won
Yeah, this
supporting
man was
actor.
robbed. I have to, okay, I do have to say up front, love that it's John Durbin. I
Uh-huh.
don't know anything about John Durbin's work. I don't know anything about his life. There was
Busy
a
actor, very busy actor.
very busy actor.
I mean, he has a long list of like TV credits
Yes.
of just playing some guy, like short term. Like he's never been like a recurring character on a
Mm-hmm.
TV show, but he works a lot. It looks like.
Okay, that's good. Is he still around?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, good for
Let's
him.
see here.
Oh, he said The Return of the Living Dead.
He was.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yep.
Oh,
He was in
a corpse
Angel.
Yeah.
Yep. He was in the TV version of The Shining. Lots of things.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So, who is he? Who is this person playing? Um, Gus Pratt is a psycho killer, cannibal,
Mm-hmm.
who is strapped to an electric chair, and he's kind of like him and Dr. Caligari doing this little dance where Dr. Caligari is like, we're gonna give you shock treatment," and he's like, "I love shock treatment. As a matter of fact, I put pins and needles in my butt just to make it feel." So he's a masochist.
Uh-huh.
He's a juice baby.
He
I
says,
can't.
"Juice me. I'm a shiver boy."
That's it. Come on. If listen, if you don't have your new Hinge dating profile taglines from this, what are you even doing?
I love him. I love him so much. I like the George H.W. Bush reference when he does get zapped and he's like, it's like 1,000 points of
I
light.
know, right?
I don't even remember what Bush was saying when he used that phrase. I just remember it was
Was
like
it
in the
about,
88
education?
election.
Was it education or something? I
Some
don't
shit.
fucking know. I do remember that was a big speech that the Republicans fucking loved.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
queer, very queer, perverse, you know, delicious.
Definitely.
And Dr. Kelly's like, wait. Oh, you like being shocked? Okay, you got to give me something before I give you the juice. Tell me about, I can't remember the name of it,
Gracie.
yes, tell me about Gracie. And he goes into this monologue about how she was like an elementary school teacher
Hmm.
and he loved her so much and he invited her over and and then we get a little flashback and it's like him chopping carrots like willy-nilly. And there's like a kind of 1950s Donna Reed sort of lady behind him. And there's a giant witch's Straganona stew pot
Uh-huh.
behind him.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Hey, what's that soup tureen for?" And he's like, "That's for you, baby." And he smacks her on the head with a ketchup bottle, family
Uh-huh.
sized,
Uh-huh.
puts her in the pot.
Yep. I want to just highlight there was a brief moment before she got him to tell that story where she was showing him body parts of women
Mhm.
that he had killed, like
Oh,
a
that's
severed
right.
head and then like a just a torso
Yeah.
with bite marks on it and
It's
stuff.
like, do you know her? Do you know
And
that person?
he's like, "Oh," when she shows him the torso, he's like, "Oh, they got to put that on the cover of a Denny's menu."
Yes. Yes.
And then one of them is like a severed head, And it's so funny because he goes, "That one looks religious." And I'm like looking at this like dummy's head floating in midair. And I'm like, she does. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Okay, so that's Gus Pratt.
And he's like singing a little song while he's stewing up a stew because he always sings while he cooks.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Caligari's like, okay, fine, good enough.
Zip, zap, zop.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to Mr. and Mrs. Van Houten. She is. He comes to bother her. She's back in her like yard or whatever
But
area, and
but now
she's
she's in the asylum.
yeah, it's the same sort of yard thing, but instead of a TV this time, it's a like a campfire. Uh,
And
and
yes.
she says he comes to bother her, and she's like, "Don't bother me. I'm on a radiation vacation, soaking up the gammas."
Uh-huh.
Great line.
Snap, 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 snap.
And then she tells him, "But I dropped my panties to see you buck naked, all saddled up." And then he runs away.
Yes.
And he runs through another like asymmetrical door. And she follows. And when she opens the door, it's just human skin stretched out covering the door. You can make out
Yes.
like a
Okay,
belly button and
right. So this
nipples.
is yeah. So this is like the night before she goes into the asylum.
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
Um, okay, so again, back to not scanners, Videodrome.
Yeah.
Like the giant wall of clay
Hmm.
meets the caressable television is kind of what this is, except it's the size of a door. There's like sores that open up and, bleed green or have pus. Some of them have just candy in them, which I thought was a nice touch.
Uh-huh.
There's like a human-sized like mouth that turns into a really big mouth.
Yep.
And Mrs. Van Houten, okay, sometimes you got to ask an actor to do something that is kind of unusual.
Hmm.
And Mrs. Van Houten kind of takes this tongue and she starts deep throating this tongue.
Yes.
And then it starts expanding and she's like, oh no, and takes the tongue out. I was like, man, she's really like going for this. And then the mouth becomes very large, like the size of I mean, it's in your background right now, but it's the size of like
Two
a
human
Rottweiler.
heads. Yeah.
Yes, like it is larger than life. And she literally gets a tongue bath.
Yes.
And
Yes, she
it's
does.
like she you can't tell, like she kind of tries kissing it, the giant tongue, but it's really more about getting like mother cat licked by the
Hmm.
tongue. And it goes on for like a while. And you can kind of see the actor being like, oh no, I've run out of things to do. Maybe I'll just wear this tongue as a hat.
It's it's wild the way this scene evolves.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the skin behind the door is immediately apparent as skin with the
Mm-hmm.
like pustules,
Yes.
lesions on it. But every time we see it, it's doing something different, which I really loved about that. The
Yeah.
idea that it is mutating, morphing, something along those
Yeah.
lines.
I mean, honestly, it's like like I think a lot of people when talked about the movie Society when the Demi Moore movie that we just covered, uh um
Substance.
The Substance came out. But like we're definitely in the Substance territory here.
Hmm. Yeah, we absolutely are. I mean, we're in, as you said it before, it's like 80s East Village David Cronenberg
Yeah.
is what this movie is doing.
And again, it's there's like an attraction to the flesh, but the flesh never looks attractive. What's
No.
interesting in this movie is that nobody's, with the exception of sort of the titties in the beginning, like when she's having her sexy bath, but even then, like there's nothing really sexual going on. Like nobody looks attractive. Like, people rarely even get naked in this movie. They're all in these kind of weird pink jumpsuits.
Yeah.
And when you see these giant fleshy creatures, they are filled with kind of lesions and pustules. And it, again, I can't, like, I just have to imagine that this is very, like, AIDS adjacent,
Yeah,
if not,
absolutely.
you know, like the attraction to the flesh that you just can't, like, oh my God, I still want it, even though it's oozing sores.
Hmm. When going back to your statement about like sometimes an actor has to be in a scene,
Hmm.
and then I had looked up Laura Albert, who plays
Hmm.
Mrs. Van Houten, and again, sort of like John Durbin, and a lot of the actors in this movie, just working actors, like people who had
Yeah.
pretty good long careers doing lots of different things, like not household names. But Laura Albert's IMDb page is really fascinating because I would say going back to 2014, she has a dozen or so credits, and all of them are stunt performer.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So she like found like a whole stunt career.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
for her.
absolutely. So good for her. She's yeah, she's been wild and I love it. I love that. Okay. Uh the next time we see Les, that's it. Les sees her slurping it with this tongue thing, and
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
he goes mouthless.
Yes.
Like his mouth is covered and it's gone. Like he has no
Yeah.
mouth. He's also stuck in the TV.
Yeah.
But then next time we see him, he's calling, his mouth is back. He's calling Dr. Caligari.
Hmm.
It's an emergency. And how does this work? Why does this not make hold on, I'm gonna just back this
Why
up.
does this not make
Not
why
to,
does this not make any sense, Jeffrey? What
we'll
could
get to
possibly
less in a
I think
sec.
it's your note taking that's the problem here.
Yes, probably. Actually, I'll get to less in a second because really this is about he calls Dr. Caligari. It's an emergency. Mrs. Van Houten gets called into this like cornfield swamp
I was
with
gonna say,
this
are we into sexy scarecrow yet?
sexy scarecrow and kind of like the Dr. Caligari tribunal.
I feel like this is her. Well, this is kind of the first time we see Van Houten, Mrs. Van Houten, and Dr. Caligari in the asylum. How do we know it's the asylum? We don't. Um, but that's just the way things are.
Hmm.
It's
Yep.
because it's the same field of black dirt that is been used a couple of times before.
Hmm.
So there's a scarecrow who's sort of pinned to a cornfield, and Caligari is sort of like asking Mrs. Van Houten a lot of questions. Mrs. Van Houten is very dismissive, like, and like a thing you get in sort of poetic theater writing is repeated refrains.
Hmm.
I know you're watching me. I know you're watching me is kind of Mrs. Van Houten's repeated refrain throughout a lot of this. And that's going to come back at the end. And Caligari's asking, like, not typical, but describe your describe your life in 3 words or less.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And her 3 words are unending torment.
uh-huh.
It's great.
How would you describe sex? A sideshow on the road to hell, I think
I
is.
think so.
Uh-huh. She's like, oh, jaded.
Basically, Dr. Caligari wants, she's hinting around with her language, but not saying it directly. And eventually, it's Mrs. Van Houten is like, basically, you want me to fuck the scarecrow and you want to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. And the scarecrow, who is non-speaking but is reacting with his eyes, is kind of made up like he's in a Stray Cats video.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of rockabilly, almost like plastic hair, very attractive, very, pretty boy.
Yep.
And she's like, you want me to like do it? Sure. Yeah, let's do
Sure.
this.
And she unzips the front of his pants, but it's just straw. And she's
And
like,
she just
I
keeps
want his
pulling.
boy thing.
I want his boy thing.
I want to twist it like a rubber band until it snaps.
Mm-hmm. Girl, same.
And she keeps burying her arm deeper and deeper
She
into
just,
the
yeah.
pants. And
And then
then,
starts smoking.
yeah.
And she's like, huh? And you can see the scarecrow is she's found something that he's really enjoying.
His oven.
Yes. But then she pulls out her hand and her hand is just baked.
Yeah, her whole like arm to the elbow is just like crusted, like it's been
Crispy
seared.
burnt.
Yeah. I do love the line. This is such a stupid line. A lot of stupid lines, but like the stupid line in a way that goes nowhere. Dr. Caligari says, burnt flesh always reminds me of something.
Yes.
End scene.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about Les. He
Okay,
comes
so
back to the asylum. I have to see my wife, but it's only been 2 days.
yeah.
And she sits him down at the table, Dr. Caligari does, and she calls over Cesare.
Cesare is one of my. I mean, okay, you can take Chinchilla. I'll take Cesare.
Please.
Just because of how he's introduced, which I fucking love this.
Yes.
So Caligari is like coffee, and she, she kind of like claps her like servant, oh servant.
Uh-huh.
Cesare comes in, and it's just like there's a giant birthday cake
Uh-huh.
in front of his head with a candle on top. But then he puts it down and you realize it's not a candle, it's his hair is like teased up into like I love this so much. So Dr. Caligari gives Mr. Van Houten some coffee and instead of putting 2 lumps of sugar in, she puts 1 lump of white sugar and 1 lump of black sugar, which she sort of palms into his coffee and sort of drink up, and he starts to get kind of hot under the collar, and she's dosed him with something.
Yeah.
She's like, do you want your cake?
Oh.
And she cuts into this cake, and it is organ cake.
Yeah, it's like the "Don't hug me, I'm scared" pie
Yes.
when they cut that.
Yeah.
Like it's organs coming out. This one's got like moving like intestine tentacles that come at him too.
Yeah. And like they come out at Mr. Van Houten, and he's like, I'm freaking out. Can we open a window here? And she's like, what's the matter? Don't you like your cake?
And I love this exchange. He's getting really woozy and he says, I gotta take a nap. And Cesare just runs happily at him, grabs him, and it says, here comes Uncle Snoozy.
I can't. So Mr. Van Houten kind of runs out, and he's like, we have sort of a like opening door sequence, and the first door he opens is another patient who's a woman with blonde hair who has 2 very long breasts that are like resting on like crutches in front of her.
Mm-hmm. She's very happy about her new breasts.
She loves
extra
it.
strength fatty tissue. This is the
That's
best.
It.
Yep. He also runs into Eleanor is in a cell with this older lady. I don't remember her name, or her trait is just crazy old lady.
Yeah, kind of crazy old bag.
Yeah.
But they're kind of very, again, we see this sort of the post-coital snuggled up in bed. We see this a couple times throughout.
Yep. And Eleanor sees Les, comes at him, and then holds up her arm, and it is just like no longer burnt. It's like a gooey, long lump.
Dildo.
Like a dildo.
It's a dildo.
Yeah.
Like her entire arm is like next level silicon, like fisting dildo.
Yep. Arm-sized dildo, and she bends him over and goes to town.
Yep.
Again, like all of the style when we say like people are fucking or whatever, like the titties are shown, like that's the most sexual it gets, but like everything else is like stylized. Like it's demonstrate if you were to bend somebody over and fuck them, like you would kind of like, okay, I would pose like this, and then you would be behind me, and you would kind of like thrust this way.
And you only see like one thrust,
Yeah. That's
and then
kind of
it
how all
cuts.
the sex is in this.
Again, it's indicated, not um spelled out. I don't know,
Yeah,
enacted. There you
nothing
go.
is realistic in this movie other than like the gore is like hyper realistic, like
Yeah,
cartoonishly realistic.
yeah.
Okay. We've got our young doctors, Ramona
Uh-huh.
and Adrian are now they're confronting Dr. Caligari and saying, "We intend to save Mrs. Van Houten. We know what you're doing
Yeah.
here." And she says, "But Mrs. Van Houten is my thrill machine." So
Uh-huh.
good. Write that on your Valentine's card. Just,
Yes. You
baby,
are
you're
my
my
thrill.
thrill machine.
Yeah.
And they say, "Well, we've got enough to mail you to malpractice land."
Oh my God, I love it.
And at
Dr.
dinner,
Caligari don't give a shit.
she do not. You and what army sort of thing.
Yeah.
That night at dinner with Dr. A, with Dad,
They're eating their trotters.
her lamb trotters, and they tell Dad, "Hey, we went after Dr. Caligari," and he's like, "You
Yeah.
guys got to let that go.
Yeah.
Got to let it go." But meanwhile, a package comes to the door, and it's a big eye. Remember the big eye
Yes.
paintings?
Yes.
It's like that.
Yeah. But of a kind of like a sad, insane girl in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from Dr. Caligari. And she's like, I know what you like. I love it when Dr. A kind of takes this like, this deserves to be painted on black velvet. And so they put it up on their refrigerator.
It's so. Uh-huh.
And well, no, this is a dream. So like it's on the refrigerator. The door opens. It's Dr. A's head.
Yeah.
And you realize, and it was like, oh, she's having a bad dream. And they kind
Yeah.
of wake up and they do a stylized, they're kind of, again, they're like in their sort of yellow, tidy whities, tidy yellows, tidy
Mm-hmm.
yellowies, sleepwear,
Yep. It's remote.
smoking. Now they're smoking cigarettes. They're like, something's going on at the CIA. I've got to go check it out.
Yeah, it's
He's
Ramona
like,
saying all of this.
yeah,
So Ramona is the one who's having the bad dreams, and she
uh-huh.
is. But this is also the moment too where like they held back the information until the very end when you learn that they are married.
Yes, and
But
not brother and sister.
not brother and sister, but like it does feel intentional because it is like
Yeah.
constantly like bleeding, crossing lines of sexuality.
Yes.
So when you think they're brother and sister and they wake up next to each other in their
Uh-huh.
underwear, and the way she kisses his forehead and leans so close to him, you're like, oh, sisters, don't kiss your brothers like that, or
But
vice
dude,
versa, or do, you know?
kiss her. She describes his forehead as like wet rubber at one
No,
point.
she says that, yeah, that forehead like moist rubber.
Yeah. Hot. And he's like low key a pill addict as well. He's
Yeah,
like, but I just need a little sleepy time.
just
And
need
she's
my
like, ugh.
pills.
Now, this fucking car is amazing.
With it's got the one giant exhaust tube on the back, which is
One
awesome.
giant exhaust tube, but it's like it's like a Fritz Lang
Mhm.
meets Fritz the cat
Yep.
cartoon car because it's all the panels are just lined with white uh neon.
Yeah.
And she like kind of steps on the gas and like, gets pulled back. So she's off to the CIA because there's something going on. She's having bad dreams. She's got to go check it out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, the thing that's happening at the institute is at the CIA is Les has been his mouth taped shut and he's strapped down to watch what she's going to do with her two main subjects,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Houten and Gus Pratt.
Right.
So she's got these like little metal tips
Oh my
on their
God.
forehead.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Um, these are clearly just funnels for refilling small spray bottles, by
That's
the
it.
way,
That's absolutely it. And they're
and
barely attached.
barely attached to their heads. So the idea is that she is going to take fluid from the
Hippocampus. Listen,
hypothalamus
th-
gland.
when they a lot of the medical terms in this, when they said the word Serotonin.
I clocked that. Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
like, okay, sure.
Serotonin.
You mean your serotonin? Okay,
No,
why
no,
not?
Cecil. I heard in a movie
Yeah,
it's pronounced serotonin.
I'm pretty sure it's serotonin.
It was a medical film too that I
Yeah, that's
watched.
right. There was a doctor who said it.
So she's gonna take fluid.
Brain fluid.
The whole concept is she can take moods from one person
Yes.
or personalities from a
Hmm.
person, inject them into another. So she's like learning to swap
Swap
different
brains.
people, basically, swap
Yeah.
brains through fluid. And so she's injecting Mrs. Van Houten into Mr. Pratt and Mr. Pratt into Mrs. Van Houten. And we will see shortly that he has become more of a sex maniac and she
He's
has
kind of a
become,
camp. Yeah, he's like a camp sex queen,
uh huh,
and she's a cannibalistic killer.
yes. So, but when he wakes up from the injection, it's not even that he's like sex queen. He just wakes up and he's like, hey, 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 I've got prancy feet. And then he
Yeah.
does like a little walk like an Egyptian dance off
Uh-huh.
the
Yes.
screen.
Yeah.
But Dr. Aval shows up
Yes. And he's like, what are you doing?
and he's finally got confirmed what the kids have been telling him. He's like, wait, what on earth are you doing? Did you get the patient's consent? She's like, what is that weird word you just said?
Yes.
And he gets the bandage off of Les's Mr. Van Houten's mouth, who is saying like, "You got to help me. She's using me and them for experiments." So Aval's like, "Yeah, you got to let them all go." But Mrs. Van Houten attacks Dr. Aval
Uh-huh.
and gets him all tied up. And now, okay, couple things. One, Mrs. Van Houten is already sitting next to Les, who's still tied up,
Yes.
and reading instructions on cooking mountain oysters, which is how to cook
Yes.
testicles.
Yes, like her favorite way to cook testicles.
And then it cuts to that shot of the older lady that she was with from before, that Mrs.
Uh-huh.
Van Houten was with before, and she goes, "Hey, Les, these plump wads taste better than a stack of Jemimas.
And they're green as well.
These plump wads."
These get to work on these plump wads.
Oh, Cecil, I just moved to this apartment. This is the first thing I have watched on my
Huh?
television at a new
I
building.
think
I don't know how good the soundproofing is here, but
I hope your
if it's
neighbors heard
bad,
everything.
if
I
it's
hope they heard
poor,
it all.
these plump wads. Anyways, uh, and so Dr. Caligari is injecting pure glandular extract from Mrs. Van Houten into Dr. Aval, and it's like, in a moment, you will be a brand new girl.
Yeah.
And Dr. Aval is. Dr. Aval sits up and says, I'm Babs. Tease me, squeeze me, never let me go.
I love this transformation.
Uh huh.
Again, like this is where we get into the like, oh, this movie's queer as fuck.
Yes.
Like this is like the best of the worst of the best of the drag queens that you would see in like New York or San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s.
So good. I love just how fully Babs feels like what Dr. Aval wants to be. Sort of like,
Yes.
and maybe it's an over the top version of that, like an
Mhm.
uncontrolled version of that, in the same way that Mrs. Van Houten is like a sex maniac
Right.
in the but
But she's not a sex maniac. She's only a sex maniac in comparison to her husband.
yes, and is driven more sex maniac around him because
Right.
he's so uptight and churchy. He literally invokes church
Like
in this
at one point
movie.
he says he's like, I can't, I'm a CPA. But like Dr. Abel, he really reminds me of Some Like It Hot.
Oh
It's
yeah.
that era of like where men pretending to be women through the eyes of what men think women should be.
Mm-hmm.
It's very that, and that's who Babs is.
Yep.
Like it's very like Marilyn Monroe coded.
Well, Ramona arrives, finds Cesare, and Cesare. Anyways, it's spelled Cesare.
Well, that's how. Well, that was. I mean, that was the sleepwalker's name in Caligari.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Cesare. Anyways, Cesare.
Hmm.
Let's go with Cesare.
Sure.
Ramona asks Cesare where Dr. Caligari, Mrs. Van Houten are. He's like, oh, by the way, your dad got lab napped. He's in her
Yeah.
secret lair.
It's like I'm not going to tell you where. I'm recruiting for the Qantas. She's like, I could be in the Qantas. She's like, you're like barely a moose.
I like that we invoked the Kiwanis Club.
I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't we get... Even for this movie, this is such a bizarre choice of scene, but we get this long Gus Pratt monologue in front of
Yeah.
these two women patients in their like pink jumpsuits. Like,
Are they patients? I
or
think they're nurses.
oh, maybe the nurses are in pink and the patients are in yellow.
That makes sense.
That's why they're in
I can
pink,
see that.
because they're
Because
the nurses.
and again, it's the like they're just very passive. They just kind of are serving face is all I can say.
Yeah,
They don't say anything, they don't
no,
react, and it's Gus Pratt with the libido of Mrs. Van Houten kind of discovering her body.
yes, putting on perfume and
Putting on perfume, like checking, like, but also is like kind of conflicted. Like there's a mirror. He's like, spank me, spank me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt you, baby?
yeah, I'm
It's
naughty,
it's
naughty. Yeah,
it's like a fucked up Tennessee Williams
yeah.
nightmare.
He also gets in a little bit into like I'm a prisoner in my own skin, and he like
Yeah,
pulls up his hospital robe in the mirror, and he's like, "Where's the rest of me?"
yeah.
And yeah, that gets into a little bit of that. So it's a little all over the map. But we said this was Psycho Beach Party. 1989 has just different language for dealing with the range of queerness, and it
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
even have the word queer as we use it today.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Like
it's
this is more
fascinating.
Myra Breckenridge than it is. It's closer to Myra Breckenridge than it is to like 2025.
Yeah, totally, totally. Okay, now we've got Mrs. and Mr. Van Houten.
Hmm.
She's trying to track him down. She very much is like hunting him.
She's gone full crazy hair, which I love. Like honestly, Mrs. Van Houten has the best track in this entire movie because she goes through so many transformations.
Totally.
And she's like, "Hey, buddy, I'm gonna eat ya." And Mr. Van Houten is like, kind of, his hair's all mussed up. He's kind of a sweaty mess, and he's just sort of like, he's also like in the bowels of this. Like, he's kind of in the box that Gus Pratt is
Uh-huh.
going through. So he's kind of like in the walls, sort of,
Kind of, yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, and he hides away in this
Oh,
one
he ends up,
room,
well,
but
he
there's a
gets fucked by horny Gus
Mr.
Pratt.
Gus Pratt.
Yeah.
There's also I I forget what movie it was that you were taken by the crystal doorknobs. It was
Yes.
Inferno? No.
Yeah, probably.
Or no, it was Deep Red, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. This one ups that game. And I
It
did,
really
believe me, I
does.
did notice it.
Uh-huh.
It's like silver demon mouth with a tongue.
Uh, so good. So when Gus Pratt comes in and sees Mr. Van Houten, Pratt says, "You're maudlin and full of self-pity. You're magnificent."
I love it.
So stupid. Anyways, when Ramona arrives in Dr. Caligari's secret lair, she sees there's a blonde woman just eating out Dr. Caligari who doesn't even look bothered by the
Like,
whole thing.
unfucked.
Yes. But when the blonde-haired woman raises up, we see it's Dr. Aval, it's Babs.
Hmm.
And she's like, Dad, I'm getting you out of here. And he says, if you love me, you'll call me Babs. It's very sweet. And she asked Dr. Caligari, why did you turn my father into some hopped up Ethel Merman?
Yes, yes. Dr. Kelly's like, I don't, why not?
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I? I love how Dr. Caligari's whole it's sort of this egomaniacal, like, I'm doing the most important work that ever has been done. And if anybody catches me, I mean, clearly, look at what I'm doing. This is the most exciting science that could ever be done.
Yes.
So fuck the ethical concerns.
And this is where she reveals her biggest plan, her big plan, which is I still have the brain of my late grandfather,
The
Dr.
original
Caligari,
Dr. Caligari.
and I shall finally inherit and possess his like incredible intellectual prowess.
So she takes a drill to her forehead,
Mm-hmm.
and she has one of the little pie crust
Yep.
pointing thing. I already like it looks like a baking utensil to me for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's gonna inject herself with the super smart brain, but Mrs. Van Houten, psycho killer Mrs. Van Houten, kind of swoops in at the last minute and is like, tough titties.
Mm-hmm. And
And
injects herself with it.
yes, and then injects Caligari with her libido,
Mm-hmm.
her old self.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh, I also wanted to say when Ramona takes her dad
Oh yeah,
away,
literally like straps her to
a dolly.
like a dolly. At one point, she opens a door. I didn't catch this, but it's later mentioned. Um, there's just like a man. I didn't clock that this is Mr. Van Houten, but there's
Uh-huh.
like a naked man over a campfire on like a spit. And
Yes.
there's somebody who is Mrs. Van Houten. I couldn't kind of tell, but she has like a cartoonishly large fork, and she's just going,
She's like, yeah. Yeah, she's roasting him over a spit.
"Yep." So she finally did. So the sort of cannibal Gus Pratt, Mrs. Van Houten finally roasted Mr. Van Houten,
Yeah.
then swoops in,
Yes.
swoopity swap, brain swap.
Brain swap. And so then we kind of get so in our epilogue section of this, we have a couple of things. One, we get Babs again just talking about shaving yourself down there, and the key is to keeping the skin moist
Yeah, like
lest you get a rash, and then all this like palm licking and then rubbing. Oh,
she's feeling herself.
so good. And then now our final shot is Dr. Caligari in the asylum, and it's funny because the little tiny house thing that she's in, like jail cell looking thing,
Yeah.
it looks very much like a doghouse
Yes.
with
And
Mrs. Van Houten sitting on top.
she's got the like kind of the like they've again, this is where style says a lot, because it's the actress who was Mrs. Van Houten using the style of Caligari, and Caligari is kind of wiped clean of all of her dominatrix makeup, and her hair is slicked back like a Robert Palmer backup dancer.
Uh-huh.
And they're reenacting the same scene with the lines reversed.
Yeah, and it's Mrs. Van Houten being like, tell me in 3 words about your life. And Dr. Caligari from the cell says, unending torment. Credits.
The end.
Shall we rate this movie, Cecil?
Yes, let's.
All right, let's talk about first approachability. How approachable is this movie? If you're horror movie averse, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all approachable, 10 being very approachable. I mean, I'm going to give Dr. Caligari, like 7 out of 10 asymmetrical doorways. It's not scary at any form, fashion at all. It is only cartoonishly gory.
Yeah.
That's really it. I mean, there's some grossness to watching people like lick pus pouring out of a wall wound. The tongue bath that that Mrs. Van Houten gets. It's gross. This movie's gross.
It is gross. But it's about as scary as a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
It's so unscary.
Like there's a person in a soup pot, and then like they just sort of like pick up a leg and go, look, that's our, like it's
Yes.
that
There's
kind of scary.
there's so little scary. I would just give it 7 out of 10 because it really goes for the gross out. That's really it. That's and like content warnings for I don't know, drugging people and stylized sexual assault and uh what else?
I
There you
mean,
go. Any
content warnings.
content warnings that we're done. We
Like,
can't even. Um, yeah, institutional manipulation and terror and all that kind of stuff, medical terror. So that's it for approachability. 7 out of 10, but it all depends on how you feel about gore. Cecil, to speak nothing of approachability, how do you rate this as a horror film?
as a horror film, I love what this is doing. However, the problem with deconstructing a thing is that you're using a very intellectual part of your brain rather than a very like gutsy part of your, so like it's
Yeah,
hard to be scared intellectually when you're
yeah,
listening to like beat poetry and, you know, so it's not scary. It is, there are horror elements to it, but I think it's too smart to be a good horror film or
yeah.
an effective horror film. I think it's campy and fun as fuck and hilarious and really gutsy and very much captures a time and a place that I think is really interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
for that reason, I would give it 7 out of 10. Um, Razor blades cutting a phone cord.
Really, let's figure out what movie we are going to watch next. You've got a scare die. I've got a style die. We will roll those up, see what movie matches. So, Cecil, on your scare die, if you roll a 1, our next movie scare is End of the World. If you roll a 2, it's a bad mom or bad dad. 3, technology is the scare. 4, wild card scare. 5, magic with a K. Or 6, religion. What is our scare?
That's a 1.
End of the World. It's been up there for 10 weeks.
We've had a lot of them that have been on the dice for a long time
Yeah, there's a
because we've
few.
had quite a few weeks of like put something on, take something off, put it on, take it off.
So long running is anything over 10 weeks. So that's been on 10 weeks. Bad Mom, Bad Dad, 11 weeks. Wild Card, 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Black and White, which we'll get to in style, 28
Oh my
weeks.
God.
And Horror Homework, 12.
Oh yeah, Hallmark's been there for a second.
All right, so speaking of style, let's talk about these. If I roll a 1, our style is Black and White. 2, On Vacation. 3, an animated or musical horror film. 4, it's a movie specifically from the year 1991. 5, horror homework. Or 6, just WTF did I just watch? All right, here we go. That is a 2. On Vacation.
End of the World on Vacation. We've got some fair contenders in this.
Yeah, so we wrote down a few that we thought might match this. We also are on Letterboxd. We're at Random Horror 9, and you can just click on our lists, and we put all of the possible die rolls as a list on there, and you can add comments of movies that you think we should consider should we roll that die. Hold on, let me just pull this up. Okay, so let's start with the ones that we wrote down. So, one is Panic in the Year Zero.
Yeah.
So this is kind of classic apocalyptic movie.
Yeah. Black and white.
Black and white, family on vacation, shit goes wrong, world is ending. Another one is a movie from a couple years ago called Knock at the Cabin. This is based off of a Paul Tremblay novel that I read.
Oh, okay. I think it's an M. Night
Shyamalan movie.
Yeah. Where they're like
yeah.
a gay family on vacation with a kid, and then some people come to the door and say, "Hey, you've got to kill that kid because the world's ending."
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Huh?
That's all I know about this movie.
I read the book and enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay.
I mean, it's dark, it's good, but it's good. Paul Tremblay's a great writer. I have not seen the movie, did not hear good things about it, so I just never got the excitement up to go see it. Cabin in the Woods
Have we
is
done this movie? I feel like have we done this movie?
no, no, we never done this movie. I mean,
Okay.
we've both seen the movie.
Yes.
My only
I,
question is Cabin in the Woods on vacation?
oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Because it is yeah, it's the archetypes of the
There's
college
college
kids.
students going on
Yeah,
vacation to a cabin in the woods.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Um, Aftershock.
Why did I put this on here?
I think I put this on here.
Okay.
Is this? Oh no, wait.
This is
Aftershock.
an Eli Roth movie, I believe.
Yes. No. Why is this doing this?
Um, on their last night out, a group of travelers find themselves fighting for survival when an earthquake devastates South America.
Okay. There you go. This is Nicolas Lopez. This
Okay.
is a Chilean film.
Eli Roth is in it.
Yeah. Okay, and then finally on our list is Jerusalem.
Which I think is like kind of college kids on vacation and the rapture happens?
I
Or evil devils, angels?
A couple of American young adults fly to Israel to visit the city of Jerusalem. A biblical nightmare falls upon the city.
I'm guessing it's demons.
Yes, let's go with that.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's talk about what people on Letterboxd had to say.
Ash recommends Leave the World Behind from 2023. A family's getaway to a luxurious rental home takes an ominous turn when a cyber attack knocks out their devices and two strangers appear at their door. They say it's definitely more thriller than horror, but also horror that's a very real, like, no, we might actually be headed that way here kind of way. This is a really good recommendation. I saw this. It's actually like produced by the Obamas, if I remember correctly.
Weird.
Listen, this movie has some things to say about Elon Musk. With,
It's
without
also
talking about him, we're talking about him.
it's also Sam Esmail, who I believe is the Mr. Robot creator.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, but no, Ash, good recommendation. It's very much like it's less horror and it's more like, oh, this might actually be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will all have to deal with, which I appreciate. Half Price Horror recommends 2019's The Beach House.
Oh yeah.
College students go to a beach house in the off season for what they think is from what he thinks is a proposal, and she knows is a breakup, only to run into an apocalyptic eco horror threat. Great performances, nice slow burn that becomes a boil starting at the halfway mark, and some visceral body horror. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
And I know they've mentioned it. I know this movie has come up quite a bit. Fifth Hammer recommends Bokeh, Bokeh, from 2017. On a romantic getaway to Iceland, a young couple wake up to find that every person on Earth has vanished.
Whoa.
Their struggle to survive and to reconcile the mysterious event leads them to reconsider everything they know about themselves and the world.
Damn. All right.
So, kind of, hey, you've been raptured, but in Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love this. Here, you hold this, just says Zombievers.
Sure.
Movie Zombievers. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Happy Little Yarn recommends The Bay. They say it's not exactly a total end of the world, more of a preamble in the vein of The Crazies or Night of the Living Dead, a mockumentary about a summer in a bay, just a perfect 4th of July weekend, or a quick summer visit that dissolves amongst festivities and touristic atmosphere of the town into generally chilling terror of intestine-crawling, parasitic, and carnivorous isopods.
No, fuck that.
And they said the creatures might look a little cheap when the camera focuses on them, but thankfully it's not on them for much of the film. But
Uh-huh.
really, the film focuses on the terror and confusion of the townspeople as they attempt to escape and grow to realize no one will save them, and they should not try. I've been wanting to watch this movie for a minute, and I think it is because less about I've got crazy brain parasites, and it's
Mhm.
more about oh shit, nobody's coming for us. Which
Yeah.
that to me makes a much scarier horror film. How Do Monster recommends, they say it's a bit of a stretch, but The Road
Yeah.
from 2009. It's a
Just stretch
cross-country trek.
vacation.
It's a vacation, like a vacation to survive.
That is true.
Totally.
But
Um,
I love that. I love that
yeah,
pick.
I've not seen that. I mean, I've read the book when it came out. I have
Same.
not seen the movie in forever. And the blonde recluse recommends The Ruins. Definitely has the four unlikable Americans on vacation in Mexico that get what they deserve when they go looking at a dig site, and you can infer the end of the world based on the
Okay.
end.
Okay.
But it's less, yeah, it's kind of like the first domino in the end of the world. So do that how you will.
Yeah. How are you feeling about these, Cecil?
I mean, we have some really good ones.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of chatter about Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, we didn't
And
even read the dozen or
like,
so people that were like, you have to do this. You have to do Cabin in the
and
Woods.
here's the thing. I think y'all are right.
Yeah.
On vacation, into the world, and then kind of some a bit of also people really into get away from it all. No. Wait, what was it called?
Oh, um, the Leave the World Behind.
Leave the world behind. Yeah.
Get away from it all.
Get away from it all. Get away from your fellow human. But no, I think honestly, on vacation into the world, I think it's Cabin in the Woods
I
is
think
the
so.
move.
Yeah.
And also after watching something that is so campy outside of the mainstream, I think it's going to be interesting to watch something that is very campy, but in a very Hollywood kind of way.
Had nerd. Yeah.
Hollywood nerd kind of way rather than queer downtown filmmaker
Well, yeah,
way.
because we both had like we had these two movies close to each other in Psycho Beach Party and
Yeah.
in Dr. Caligari that are like New York gay.
Hmm.
And
Now
so
let's
now
do
let's get
straight Los Angeles
yes.
writer
Yeah,
camp.
no, yes, totally. But this is a
Let's Sorkin that bitch.
so yeah, let's Joss Whedon? That's Joss
Yeah,
Whedon, right? The Cabin in
I
the
think so.
Woods. Yeah, I'd be
I think
interested
it's
to
the
talk
move.
about it for the show. It'll be a lot of fun.
And it's a blast. I've seen this movie a ton of times, and it's always cute.
Yeah. Yeah, this is horror homework. We should be doing this movie, and this is a perfect matchup for it. So let's do that. Cut that burp out
Oh
in post,
yeah.
but enjoy it
Don't
on
do it.
YouTube. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Cecil, for talking with me. And if you have thoughts on Dr. Caligari, you probably won't. It's a very normal film. Or maybe you have ideas for other movies that would have been good. End of the World meets On Vacation. Let us know at Random Horror 9 on Blue Sky, Instagram, or on Patreon, where we have public discussion threads for each episode. And you don't got to be a paying member to participate. So watch The Cabin in the Woods with us this week and come on back next Tuesday for a new episode. Have a restful night with no sexy scabs on your ankle or nothing. Boo.
Ooh.
Whee!